Psalm 39, the downtrodden God became a monster, a reflection on the Nativity. When we let the masks fall down, when we stop making excuses for ourselves, when we quietly become aware of how we think, speak, and act, there can be a horror, the Orthodox road. Man is a monster, a true monster. An existentialist raving, maybe. But when you look at the toil under the sun, you realize that there are few honest men. Diogenes' search was for naught. Honesty was drained from Athens. Few were found for the philosopher, for we are shattered porcelain, like dolls constantly at war, not knowing we are made from the same fabric, the same strands of yarn, and of course, the same porcelain. Suddenly, in a nondescriptive time, a star appeared in the sky. Whether a conjunction of planets or supernova, the cataclysm remained the same. Wise men, Zoroastrians chasing the light, walked to Pisces' end, to Jerusalem, to in the city on the hill, filled with supposed models of humanity. The wise men were likely shanty healers and astrologers. But even the monster recognized the man, the God-man, who took on two natures, good and monster. But what they found was a wretch on the throne, his Bonapartist scum in tow. They asked him to worship the king born in a trough, and the final act of tyranny was birthed. He sent a decree into his nation to kill the innocent and drink their blood. The wise men were banished, yet in rebellion and passion they walked to Bethlehem. The man to be birthed chose personally to hold a monster in his soul, to tame it and to make it perfect. For one nature became two. Two natures, one human and one divine, chosen by a baby somewhere in the sticks. The king lay softly, softly sleeping. I wonder what his first cry sounded like. I wonder what the virgins thought as she laid the baby who would be her king. What she thought about the God-man becoming monster. However tamed he may be, knowing how bloodthirsty and creeping we are. In the night we kill, rape, and pillage. And worst of all, we convince ourselves we don't. We live by lies and knives through conquest, Jacobins, golden hordes, gas chambers, guillotines, and bombs. The king knew it all. And still he chose to take on that thing, that wretched thing we are, willing to kill vanity for pleasure's sake. Monster doesn't even begin to describe our hatred, our viscera, and our spilled blood. Once a creation of God, we became beasts of the field, beaten but not unbowed, for we showed slivers of goodness across the ages. Our king came in a manger, to rectify these things, not to laud the healthy and kill the sick, but to heal the sick and build the healthy. Our king was heralded in rags on the day of his birth and the day of his death, a true cosmopolitan. Cheating, it may be, I chose to follow him and hopefully convince myself to join him on the tree where he was hung, so that one day I may see his face, his beautiful face that Mary saw, the face that she saw lying in her arms, sleeping, snoring, and possibly giggling. The face of a baby who knew our hearts, the blood we spilled, yet loved us still. He chose to tame the monster so that one day may become man. And maybe when we become man, we can be like him. And so, as I sit with her this Christmas, the Mother of God, and as I look at the baby's face, may I love him and be like him. May I know his sweetness, his courage to kill the beast, and may I know his love once I answer Calvary.